Hey everyone, it's Megan from Gingerbread Mama, and today I am going to talk a little bit about getting back to a routine and getting back to normal. The last few weeks, about a month or so, I was just really in a funk, in a fog, and I was running on autopilot. And I felt it. I really did. And a lot of things, as far as like my laundry and things, got behind, but also just my life in general. I was not really focusing on anything at all, and it's showing in my mental state, in my life, and obviously on my channel, because there were several weeks where I hardly was posting anything at all. So today I am going to show you the things that I've been doing to get myself back on track. Some of those I'm just going to kind of list off, and other ones I will actually show you. So for starters, some things that I was doing. I made sure to start getting outside more. Now, the weather has been pretty unpredictable here in Pennsylvania, so I'm kind of at the discretion of Mother Nature, but she's been good to us in the last few days, so I've really been able to be outside a lot more, which is a blessing. I've been able to get my feet in the grass and just really enjoy the fresh air and sunshine and listen to the birds chirp and watch the kids play on something other than a screen. I've also been working on eating more consciously, so rather than just grabbing the junk food and grabbing whatever is convenient, I've been really trying to focus on what my body actually needs and not just what I think I need, what I think I want. So like last night, I went to the gym and I got done with the gym and had to run to the grocery store for a few things. And when I did, I got there, I got the things I needed, and after I got the things I needed, I kept thinking, nope, I need chips, I need beef jerky, I need ice cream. And I was able to, it took me a lot of willpower, which I normally do not have. It took me a lot to stray myself away from that and say, no, we've got good things at home. And I got myself to the register and checked out and came home without buying any of the junk, which is a huge step for me. Normally, I just say, whatever, I'll eat it anyway. And then I just feel crappy for it. So I'm able to finally start kind of redirecting myself and eating better. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been pushing myself to go to the gym more. There for a while, I just got into this, I don't feel like it. Well, guess what? If I don't feel like it, it is never going to happen. I'm never going to actually feel like it if I get back into that routine of not going. So I made sure over the last few weeks, and I'm really starting to kind of get back into the swing of things, that I go to the gym a couple nights a week. And once or twice I'll have to go during the day because of my husband's work schedule, but for the most part I've been able to get back onto my normal routine of going a couple times a week, and it's really starting to pay off. I'm really starting to feel that kind of motivation in my body again and in my brain. It's just like the clarity is slowly coming back. I'm slowly starting to feel like me again, which is awesome. And every single one of us deserves to feel our very best. So be sure that if you're not getting exercise, just try to get outside and take a walk. It will really change your whole day. Another thing that I've been trying to be more conscious about is sleep. I really need to make sure I get enough sleep, and maybe for you it's not an 8 hours. Maybe for you it's 5 hours because you've got kids and they don't let you sleep. I went through that Luckily, thankfully, my 2-year-old lets me sleep most nights. It seems like the earlier I go to sleep, the earlier she decides she wants to get up. But for the most part, she does sleep in till at least right around 7, so I can get some sleep. So some people, maybe all you can get is 5 hours, but make sure you're giving yourself that 5 hours. If you're able to get more than that, awesome. Be sure to give it to yourself. You will not believe how important it is and how much better you will feel when you're actually rested. And for some people that are chronically exhausted, you're not going to feel better after one day. It may take a week of you getting enough sleep to finally start to feel good again. And if you've got little kids and that's not possible, just get sleep however you can. But once they get to a point where they're sleeping, make sure that, as tempting as it is to stay up as late as you can, to have that me time, make sure that some of that me time is also sleep. You have to, absolutely have to. I cannot stress enough how important sleep is. It is paramount to feeling great. Another thing that I am trying to get back to is writing everything down. For me, that's just something that I have to do to feel like me, because otherwise my brain is going all over the place with the things that, wait, did I forget something? What was I trying to say? What was I trying to do? And I am just all over the place. So it is best for me to be able to just write everything down. And I have been. I've been with this notebook all day long today. And I do have a couple of apps on my phone that I write in as well, if it's grocery lists or whatever, so that I always have it with me. But the stuff that I don't have to have with me if I'm out of the house, I make sure to just write it down, old-fashioned pen and paper. Another thing that I have been trying to make sure of is that I take time for me. It's so easy to just get so consumed with everything else, and then the only time you have for yourself is sleep. Sometimes that's all you need, is just to be able to sleep. But a lot of people, myself included, do need some time to just decompress, just relax. One of the biggest things that I like to do is just sit down and watch some TV or do my nails. And those things are definitely necessary. Another thing that I am working on re-implementing into my life is meditation. Now, I don't mean, like the monks that sit for hours on end. I'm a mom of 3. There is no way that is ever happening in my life. For me, I'm just trying to implement some mindfulness meditation. Just take a couple of minutes. It can be 2 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, whatever you have, and just sit where you are. Feel the carpet or flooring or whatever it is under your feet. Listen to what's going on around you. Taste what might be in your mouth if you were drinking coffee or you're chewing gum or you just ate something. Just really engage in your senses, feel everything around you, and recognize that you are here right now and that things aren't as anxiety is provoking as your mind is trying to tell you they are. My anxiety has been running rampant, so doing that is really going to help. Another thing that people may not think of when they are trying to get their life back on track, I know it's just my daily life that I'm talking about, but I am also starting to try to kind of look to the future, because we are having some things that we need to consider as far as our housing situation. So I don't want to get into that too much because I don't want to make enemies with the landlord, but I have been checking on my credit and seeing what I can do to improve it. It never hurts to know exactly where you are in that. I just use Credit Karma. I know there's a lot of other ones out there that can help you, but that's the one that I choose that I really like, and I've used it for years. So that's how I know where I'm at and what I can do to improve it. I also love setting goals. So I set goals for the week, And another thing is that I plan for the whole month. So since this is the beginning of a month, we're right here in the beginning of July, I sat down yesterday with my calendar book and I wrote everything out. And that is one of the things that I'm going to show you now. So here is my July and what my July looks like. It's a little bit crazy. But I made sure to go through and just write everything down that I hadn't already had in there. Now, a lot of things I write down as they come. So as soon as I get an appointment, like this appointment here with my allergist, I made sure to write it down right away, which is why it's in a different color. And some of the birthdays, I made sure that they were put in there as soon as I knew about them, weddings. But things that I didn't remember right away, I went through yesterday and made sure that I had all of that stuff down. So I wrote down reunions and story times and doctor's appointments and just made sure that I had everything in here that matters. And then I went through today, and this made me feel so much better. I went through today and wrote down a couple of different categories. Wrote down for my house, for my family, for my channel, and then also for myself. And I had already written this one in here, so I just put it as a special for fireworks for 4th of July, an area that we have puts them the day before. So I just had that already in there. 4th of July is actually my mom's birthday, so I have that all booked up with between 4th of July and my mom's birthday. It's got all sorts of stickers, so I couldn't write a whole lot on that day. So I just used that as a kind of a vacation day for myself, that I didn't have any extra goals. But I made sure to just go through and I wrote down everything that was in my brain. Everything I had goals for each day. So, like, for example, today, this is today here. One of my goals for the house was to get these things done. I made sure I got those things done. Made sure that I was cooking dinner, because sometimes it is all too easy to just say it's cereal and toast tonight. So I made sure to put that on there, that we're going to do dinner. And I made sure to follow through with that. Sometimes that is the hardest, is just to follow through. And then I made sure to put in here for my channel, and then also for myself. I made sure to schedule that in so that it was in there. And same with the gym time. I'm making sure to schedule it in, all of the stuff that I have to do throughout the day, just to make sure that I have all of my priorities in order. And I don't get to the end of a day and think, why did I not get that done? So I just made sure to get everything wrote down, and it made me feel like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders once I got everything in the book. So these are the things that I am doing to get myself back on track. I hope this helps you. I hope maybe it helped to be able to see what I do for my goal planning. That is something very new for me. So I will kind of update you guys later and see, so that you can see how it's working for me. But as of today, I mean, I went through today and it worked wonderfully to be able to have all of that stuff written down and not really have to actually think about what I'm forgetting. I know for some people that might sound silly, but for other people, especially moms, you might understand that sometimes you get so scatterbrained that remembering anything, you don't remember it until your head hits the pillow and then it's too late. So I hope that this helps you, and if you found any value in it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and just remember, there is no such thing as a cookie cutter life. Take care.